What if everything you have been taught about success is incomplete? What if winning is not about balance, comfort, or playing nice, but about embracing intensity, sacrifice, and relentless pursuit? What if winning demands more than most people are willing to give, and only those willing to pay the price will experience its rewards? These are the ideas at the core of Winning by Tim Grover, the legendary performance coach behind icons like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Dwyane Wade. Grover reveals a raw, unfiltered truth. Winning is not for everyone. Winning is not kind, fair, predictable, or gentle. Winning is war. It is harsh, demanding, and unforgiving. But for those willing to commit fully, winning gives everything. Winning begins with a powerful statement. Winning wants all of you, not part, not most, all. Grover explains that people often say they want success, but when the sacrifices appear, they hesitate. They want greatness without pain, results without risk, and victory without struggle. But winning requires obsession. It demands focus that pushes away distractions, discipline that defies comfort, and commitment that outlasts doubt. Grover says clearly, if you want balance, choose average. If you want greatness, prepare to sacrifice balance. Grover describes winning as a storm. It does not care about your feelings. It does not wait for convenience. It arrives without warning and tests your limits, and once you taste it, you will crave it forever. Winning never gets easier. It gets harder, because every victory raises the standard. Champions learn that success is rented, and the rent is due every single day. The moment you think you have arrived, winning leaves you behind. A major theme in the book is the difference between people who say they want success and those who actually pursue it. Most people hope for success. Winners expect it. Most people want approval. Winners want results. Most people want to feel good. Winners want to be great, even when it hurts. Grover explains that winners are motivated by internal fire, not external applause. They do not need to be encouraged. They do not need validation. They do not wait for permission. They build their own momentum. Grover introduces the idea that winning requires embracing the dark side of ambition. He explains that champions do not become successful because they are perfect. They become successful because they know how to harness anger, fear, pain, and pressure. They use these emotions as fuel instead of excuses. Grover says, the dark side is not evil. It is energy. Every great champion has scars, flaws, and failures. What makes them great is their refusal to hide from them. Winning also requires complete responsibility. Grover emphasizes that winners never blame circumstances, opponents, luck, or other people. They take ownership of everything. If they fail, they study the failure, extract the lesson, and move forward. If they win, they do not celebrate long, because they are already focused on the next challenge. Winners understand that excuses guarantee defeat. Ownership guarantees growth. Another powerful principle in winning is the concept of being uncomfortable. Grover explains that growth lives outside comfort. The world constantly rewards comfort with mediocrity. But winners choose discomfort daily. They choose early mornings, exhaustion, repetition, uncertainty, and pressure, because they understand that excellence is built through pain. Comfort is the enemy of progress. Success demands constant stretching beyond limits. Grover also teaches that winning requires absolute focus. Champions eliminate distractions ruthlessly. They say no more often than they say yes. They remove anything that weakens discipline. Grover says, If everything matters, nothing matters. Winners prioritize what moves them closer to victory and cut everything else. They choose purpose over pleasure. They choose results over entertainment. They choose clarity over chaos. Winning also requires isolation. Grover explains that the path to greatness is lonely. Most people will never understand your hunger or your obsession. They will call you selfish, intense, extreme, or crazy. But that criticism is a sign that you are separating yourself from average. Winners accept solitude because they understand that elevation demands separation. If you surround yourself with people who settle, you will settle. Another theme in the book is dealing with pressure. Winners do not avoid pressure, they chase it. They know pressure is where potential becomes performance. Pressure reveals who you truly are. Winners train for pressure until they crave it. They do not fear the moment. They prepare for the moment. Grover says, pressure is a privilege. Grover also explains that winning is not about celebrating success. It is about surviving struggle. Behind every triumph is pain, early mornings, injuries, betrayals, failures, and doubt. Grover tells stories from his years coaching Michael Jordan. Jordan trained harder after winning than after losing. He was never satisfied. He did not play to compete. He played to dominate. That is the mentality of winners. Winning also requires tuning out the opinions of others. Grover explains that winners do not waste energy seeking approval. They are too busy improving to care about criticism. They know the difference between feedback and noise. They listen to the few who help them grow and ignore the many who try to pull them down. Average minds criticize. Winning minds execute. Grover emphasizes that winning has a price, and you will pay it. You will sacrifice time, relationships, comfort, reputation, security, and peace. You will endure failure, loneliness, exhaustion, and doubt. Winning demands everything, but the reward is worth it. Grover says, winning gives you what people spend their whole lives searching for: freedom, fulfillment, identity, power, purpose, clarity, self-respect. One of the most important lessons in the book is that winning never ends. There is no finish line. Champions understand that success is temporary. Every achievement resets the scoreboard. You cannot rest on yesterday's accomplishment. If you stop working, you lose your edge. Winning requires a lifetime commitment. The big takeaway from winning is direct and uncompromising. If you want greatness, you must choose it. You must sacrifice for it. You must fight for it. Winning is not something you receive. It is something you become. And becoming it requires obsession, commitment, discipline, and relentless drive. You do not need to be perfect. You need to be unstoppable. So what part of winning speaks to you most strongly? The idea that responsibility creates power. The truth that pressure shapes champions. The reminder that greatness requires sacrifice. Or the understanding that most people want success, but few are willing to pay the price? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this summary, like this video, subscribe to 10-Minute Books, and tap the bell so you never miss our weekly deep dives into life-changing books. Remember, winning is not for everyone, but if it is for you, get ready, because winning demands everything, and it gives everything back.